Now on News Edge, the latest on a dust-up under the Gold Dome. New questions are emerging tonight about a state lawmaker's arrest after he tried to get into the governor's State of the State address. State Senator Colton Moore is charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. News Edge reporter Rob DiRienzo is at the live desk tonight with more. And Rob, some say this arrest may have violated the state's constitution.
Yeah, Christine, good evening to you. Even the chairwoman of the Georgia Democratic Party has come to the far-right state senator's defense. It was a hot mess outside of Georgia's House chambers this morning. State Senator Colton Moore taken to the ground, then to the Fulton County Jail. Republicans are split on who was in the wrong. I spoke with a lawyer who walked him out today.
They took my freedom and liberty away as I was fighting for your liberty and freedom.
State Senator Colton Moore gave this update from a hospital bed at Emory Midtown, hours after state troopers arrested him outside the House chambers Thursday.
I did take a bit of a beating on my hand. It's a bit swollen and purple. We're waiting to get some x-rays to check it out.
He was trying to get into Governor Brian Kemp's State of the State address, but last year the House banned him from their chamber. They were angry. He called former Speaker David Ralston, who had just died, one of the most corrupt leaders in state history. Thursday, GOP leaders stood by not letting him in.
The Speaker of the House has the responsibility of maintaining order and decorum in the House chamber. He's done that here today.
On the other hand, Republican Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Georgia's GOP chair objected to Moore's arrest. Jones chalked it down to, quote, personal grievances and egos. After Moore bonded out of the Rice Street jail, he called the Peach State a banana republic.
This is a complete and total constitutional debacle.
Across the political spectrum, the far-right lawmaker has gotten support from some surprising voices, like civil rights attorney Gerald Griggs.
It appears as though his rights may have been violated because the Constitution is quite clear on whether or not somebody can be arrested during session.
Georgia's Constitution, paragraph 9, reads, quote, members of both houses shall be free from arrest during sessions of the General Assembly and in going thereto or returning therefrom, except for treason, felony, or breach of the peace. Fox 5 spoke one-on-one with the lawyer who walked the state senator out of the jail Thursday afternoon.
In the United States, you're not supposed to be treated that way. The Constitution is there for a reason. The Speaker of the House is beholden to the state Constitution and also the federal Constitution.
And Christine, one person we haven't heard from today at all about this incident was the person behind those doors giving the speech Moore was trying to watch, Governor Brian Kemp. Multiple requests to his press secretary went unanswered, and we do know the senator has been discharged from the hospital and plans to be back under the Gold Dome tomorrow. Back to you.
Yeah, it would be interesting to hear the governor's stance on this. We heard from Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, but we'll see if they say something. Rob, thanks so much. Yeah.